This is why I love our First Alert weather team.
Me too.
They have visuals to
gonna-
help you understand exactly what's going on out
Right,
there.
because I think when people hear freezing rain, sometimes they're like, okay, we get the rain, what's the big deal, right?
Right, and again, it's not just what is here at the ground, it matters what's above our heads, 2, 3, 4, 5 miles above us, so we're using Oreos. No, this is not sponsored by Oreos, but we're using the Oreo cookie to kind of demonstrate the different precipitation types that we are going to experience for tomorrow. And First Alert meteorologist Alyssa Heilman, she's going to go more in depth during tomorrow's shows on what each of these precipitation types are. But think of the cookie part, the brown, as kind of the warm sector, the rain of the atmosphere, and obviously the cream of the cookie, the snow, the cold layer of the atmosphere. So obviously we know rain, all the cookie. We know the cream, all the snow, makes perfect sense. But it's the sleet and the freezing rain that often get people confused. So when you're talking about sleet, what happens? The air starts cold, snowflake, then it briefly warms up with the cookie, and then it super cools again right before it reaches the ground, and that's where you get those little ice pellets out there. And then when you're talking freezing rain, it's warm throughout much of the atmosphere, meaning it's just a raindrop, and then right at the surface, you see that cream there?
Yeah.
That's the cold. So right as that rain reaches the surface, coats everything with a very thin layer of ice, and that's why it becomes very dangerous, because often you go outside, you wipe your forehead off, it's just plain old rain, but as soon as that hits the ground, that's when it freezes instantly.
And that freezing rain is something that we're expecting this week.
Correct. That is what we are expecting as we head towards Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, and just a glaze of ice causes big headaches out on the roadways. And I want to take a look at this graphic here and show you how we progress with this timeline hour by hour as we go right on into Wednesday. And as we kickstart Wednesday morning, we're looking at a few peaks of sunshine, no road issues. But as we head on into Wednesday afternoon, still no road issues. I think most of us just cloud up, but most of us stay dry as well. It's what happens Wednesday evening, Wednesday night. That's when we start to look at these road impacts to start to show on up across Michiana with this freezing rain and sleet arriving. And then by Thursday morning, as temperatures slowly rise above 32 degrees, we're talking anywhere from around 6, 7, 8 a.m. That's when any icy roads turn just wet. Taking you hour by hour with this with First Alert Weather Future Track for this evening, most of Wednesday, A-OK. You're not seeing any green, orange, or blue showing up with First Alert Weather Future Track locally here at home. But what we are going to First Alert to as we head towards Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, is this orange. That's the freezing rain, freezing drizzle, and sleet moving into Michiana. And we are going to have to watch out for, again, very slick roads Wednesday night all the way through about daybreak Thursday morning. And then Thursday afternoon, everyone climbs up well above freezing. In fact, we're looking at 40-degree temperatures for most of the area by Thursday afternoon. But nonetheless, this is our First Alert forecast calling for, again, a glaze up to 1/10 of an inch of ice. Again, this is not an ice storm. This will not be enough ice to cause tree damage or power outages. You need roughly 1/2 inch of ice or greater before you really start talking about widespread impacts with trees and power outages. This is a road issue as we head towards Wednesday night. Take it slow on the roads once it gets dark again tomorrow, all the way through Thursday morning. And again, most of the ice impacts on the roads and around 7, 8 a.m. Thursday morning. But we are going to First Alert that there will likely be school delays Thursday morning. Something we'll keep watching for you here in First Alert Weather.
Now we got to talk about cookies.
Yes.
We saw the cookie demonstration. We had some cookies during the break, and now we got to talk about it.